What is paying off for you right now? Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today's reading, we're looking at what you've been doing that is paying off for you or is about to pay off for you big time. So we have three options to choose from. Group number one is the cliffhanger. Group number two is self-elimination. Group number three is group date. So select the card or cards that feel like they are calling you and use the timestamps linked in the description box or the chapter notes below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you feel called to more than one, use your intuition to guide you to the messages within that reading or those readings that do feel like they are relevant to you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number one, welcome to your reading. So you guys chose the cliffhanger. It says to be continued right here. So I do feel like you are on the verge of a major breakthrough. It's like it's like that cliffhanger vibe, right? Where it's like you're just about like on a tipping point or something. So this payoff is coming, but it's kind of like you have to wait for the next season, kind of like in a show when they leave you on the edge of your seat. There's something that's slightly unresolved. Maybe you got a little bit of payoff, but then all of a sudden it was like you're just kind of put on pause and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. So let's find out some more information for you. Group number one. So we're going to start using the tarot, the rose tarot or tarot of the rose. Final rose tarot. There we go. Keep it chill. So yeah, I do feel like you're kind of being called right now, group number one, to relax, even though you are probably pretty feeling like you're on edge because this is a cliffhanger and that's not like that's not where you want to be. You want to see this payoff happening now, and I think it will, because it is giving me vibes of like you can relax because it is actually coming. There is progression happening and you will see it pretty soon. Now they're drawing my attention to the love glasses here. So it does feel like this could be relationship based. Maybe somebody has kind of left you on red, so to speak, and they haven't necessarily replied to you, or maybe you told them how they feel and they didn't respond, or they needed time to think about it, something like that. There's maybe something in your love life that just feels like it hasn't come to a resolution yet, or you haven't seen it pay off. But I do see that the cards are really advising you to just relax and allow things to unfold in due time, because it's like there's a season for everything, and if you're waiting on something and it hasn't come up yet, or it hasn't shown up in the way that you hoped, it's because it's not the right season for it. So you do have to be a little patient here. I know everybody hates to hear that, but that is, it's like you can use this patience period to be productive in your relaxation, if that makes sense. But let's get more information from the tarot, and then we'll pull some oracle cards as well. I do feel these three cards. Four of Flutes, reflection. Yeah, they're recommending, Spirit's recommending that you use this time for reflection. So they want you to relax. They want you to trust that this is coming, that all the work you've put in or the things that you've done to manifest this or to create this in your life, it's like it is coming, but it's on pause. So it's time for reflection. It's time to kind of go do something else. Contemplate for yourself, or go and just have like a spa day. You know what I mean? You don't have to be on somebody else's hook. You can really take it upon yourself to create a life that feels good for you. And even though there may be something that's unresolved here, maybe it's love, maybe it's not, but it just feels like this period of time, this season is a time to just kind of pull back a little bit. Final two, yeah, it does feel like it's love related. As you can see, there's like these scales with the hearts in them, you know, and the constellation in the background makes me feel like astrology is important in this. So again, it could be like there's an astrological transit that needs to take place for this to really show you the results and pay off in the way that you're looking for. If this is a relationship, or if this is involving a relationship or love in some way, I do feel like compatibility is also a factor. So you might want to check, like, natal compatibility charts and see if this is a viable match. And trust me, if you ignore the red flags that you see in a compatibility chart, you will come to regret it. I've learned that the hard way. It's like, okay, we've got Mars square Mars. No, it'll be fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. It never is fine. So anyway, it could be something to do with compatibility and or astrology. The caregiver. The caregiver. Look at you with this heart in your hands. I do feel like you have offered love to someone. You have offered your heart up on a silver platter. And if this person has left you sort of in limbo, I mean, there's probably a reason for it, because again, maybe it's not the right time, or there's something you need to learn about this situation, or it's giving you the opportunity to reflect. But just personally, like, is that somebody that you really want to be with if they're going to leave you like that, hanging after you really had the courage to be vulnerable in this way, or to show your love, or to profess it, or to care? You know, it's better to just focus on yourself. And I think that's what this period of reflection is about. And it's, yeah, I would say self-prioritization is really key here. Now, what is the payoff in this? Because I think this is kind of like the story that you've been in. But the whole point of this reading is more about the payoff. So let's ask specifically about that. I feel these cards. Yeah, okay, we'll start with that. Rejected. Yeah, it's like this person has either ghosted you, or they've been stringing you along, or you feel rejected because you gave so much and you're not getting anything back in return, like it's not balanced. But it's interesting that this is the 10 of mirrors, as you can see right there, mirrors. And we do have the reflection card here. So I feel like this person is a mirror for you to show you where you have been rejecting yourself, where you have been not prioritizing yourself. And if you've been doing the work to really reconnect in the way that is going to provide real authentic love from within for you, I see that that's actually going to be the resolution you're looking for, or that's what's really going to pay off. If you can focus on giving all the love that you've given to others to yourself, you are going to succeed. You are going to see the payoff. That's why you're being gifted this opportunity for reflection upon what has not worked and where there has been a broken heart, because you've given and given and given and not gotten anything in return. And it's not that it's an exchange or it's conditional. It's just, it does need to be reciprocal. It does need to be balanced. Maybe you're approaching people who are emotionally unavailable, or who are simply not interested in you. And it's, again, you want to look at why that's happening and where there's a lack of love and connection with yourself, because those external circumstances are really just mirroring that back to you. Red flags. What did I say about red flags? Yeah, I literally said, like, analyze your charts and look at and pay attention to red flags. And don't see red flags as like a proceed with caution. Red flags means stop, turn, and run. Like, get the hell out of there. It doesn't mean, okay, maybe we just need to make some adjustments and this will work. No, no, no. Red flags mean this is never going to work and you need to stop. Like, stop, cease and desist. And I think a lot of the time we tend to ignore red flags because we have this idea of what the relationship will be, or what this other person is capable of, or the potential there. Maybe we've even idealized them. But I love the quote, crushes are just a lack of information. So if you have a crush on someone, it's actually just because you have a lack of information about them as a person, and you've put them on a pedestal or idealized them in some way. You've objectified them, which is actually not cool. Like, don't do that. But it's like, if you can step back from that and actually acknowledge with curiosity why these patterns have repeated, and where you need to focus your love and your energy, which is really upon yourself, then you're going to start to see the payoff of this, which I think will be healthy relationships. And we have for the right reasons. For the right reasons. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be healthy relationships will be the payoff, but it's like you have to understand why this pattern has been here the way that it has, because you're the common denominator, group number one. Like, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. Don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. You're the common denominator. If you keep experiencing rejection, if you keep experiencing or attracting people to you who have like a million red flags, and you are allowing that type of person into your life, or you're actively pursuing that type of person, even if they seem really, really good on paper, or you've idealized them or put that on that pedestal in that way, it's like, no, you're going about this in the wrong way for the wrong reasons, most likely, because the reason that you're actually probably doing that is because you need love and to nurture yourself. But instead, you're going and looking for that through someone else. And that prevents authentic connection and reciprocal relationships from being very balanced and healthy. Okay, so get one more of these and then we'll go into some oracle cards. Drama. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what this reading is. It's like, it's very dramatic. And 7 of Roses here. You got 2 7s in a row. But yeah, it feels like this has been very up and down for you, and you've been through a lot, group number one, but the payoff here is that you're learning what doesn't work. You're learning that this cliffhanger dramatic situation is only keeping you on the hook because you are so desperate for connection. And maybe it is coming from the right reasons. Like, you do deserve love. You do deserve a healthy relationship. You do deserve somebody who's going to honor and reciprocate and give love to you in the way you're giving to them. But it's like it needs to be the right person, you know? And the right person is someone who chooses you as well. If they don't choose you, that's the wrong person, and you can't force them to be the right person. You can't change them into the right person. And someone chooses you through their actions, not through their words, not through what you've created of the situation or imagined to be possible. It's actual, practical, real life applications. What are they contributing? That is what makes the right person the right person. And the right person will not make you feel rejected. The right person will not make you feel like you have to walk on eggshells. The right person will not make you feel like you're doing something wrong. The right person will be there for you for the right reasons, and they won't unnecessarily create drama in your life because they don't want that for you, you know? So I feel like group number one, what's paying off here is that you're seeing what this cycle has been about this whole time. And you're getting this period of pause so that you can reflect on this and not repeat this pattern. So it's like, if you're impatient for love right now, like, just slow down, stop, because you're not meant to be in a relationship right now. It's not meant to work right now. It's not the season for that, because you need to understand why these things were happening the way they were and what your role in that was, so that this doesn't keep repeating. Key, unlock, and lock. Can you guys see that? There we go. So you're unlocking something right now. This is what the payoff is. You are finally understanding where this dramatic roller coaster cycle of push and pull, runner chaser, it's like these very up and down, very toxic relationship patterns were coming from, and where that was kind of being allowed to live within you, and where you were giving that life. You have the moon, cycle, and change. Okay, so yeah, the moon also speaks to me of reflection and doing some of that internal work to understand these patterns. But this is a cycle. This was like a karmic cycle with karmic people that were trying to show you in a mirrored way where you were rejecting yourself, where you were emotionally unavailable with yourself. Because if you're chasing unemotionally, oh my God, I can't even say it. If you're chasing emotionally unavailable people, you are emotionally unavailable. Okay? Let that sink in. I had to let that sink in for me. It's like, I was the problem. I was the problem the whole time. Oh my God, what are the odds? You know, so being able to understand that, I think is really the whole point of this. And that's the payoff, is that you understand it and you break the cycle, and you're not going to repeat that anymore. So you can actually come at love and relationships with a healthy approach, and you're coming at it with the right reasons. You're caring for yourself. You're balancing things out internally. You're self-reflexive and observing of these patterns and cycles. And you're saying, like, I'm not gonna participate in that anymore. And then you have house, relocation, and home. But what I'm actually feeling from this is more so like your home within yourself. So this is how you feel safe. And I think that maybe just taking some time to be at home right now, like, instead of focusing on things outside of you, it's like, just sit in the window in your home and like let this sink in. Let yourself have some alone time to contemplate, relax, chill out, spend some time with yourself, prioritize your self-care routines, rituals, or, you know, get yourself into that mode, because that's where you're really going to see the payoff here. The payoff is that you're going to really deepen your relationship with self. You're going to heal a lot of what was lacking within you that was creating and perpetuating these karmic cycles within relationship. And you are going to seriously reduce the amount of drama in your life, because you don't necessarily need that. And you can just be okay being you and being with you. And let's get a look at some of these cards. What else does group number 1 need to know? Yeah, that card does want to come out. Meditation brings answers. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but this is what this reading is. Meditation is going to bring answers for you, group number 1. That's why they're talking about reflection here, relaxing, staying home, being a little bit more introspective, because that is where you're going to be able to get the key, the internal key, to unlock the pattern within this cycle, so that you can change it and no longer repeat it unconsciously. I feel this one too. Ask for help from others. So you might need to look outside yourself for some support here at some point. Although I think that will come from not a romantic person, it will come from a caregiver. So maybe a parent or a therapist, or even a friend who's more objective and can help you to understand or see this pattern, so that you can free yourself from it. So this is paying off though. Like, I am seeing that it's paying off, because you're taking the time. And if you're doing this already, like if you're already doing this reflection work, you're already pulling back and not letting yourself get into these dysfunctional relationship dynamics, if you've already resisted the drama and done the self-reflection, this is going to pay off big time, group number 1. You are unlocking the pattern and breaking the karmic cycle or repetitive series of cycles that you were trapped in. Maybe you've already asked for help from someone, and maybe that was your spirit guides too, because meditation brings answers. It's like, if you asked your spirit guides, why is this happening? What do I need to do to change this? They answered, and that payoff is the key. It's the understanding that you deserve love, and you can have a full-blown relationship with yourself. Like, I don't think that people really get what that feels like. I'll give you an example. Like, right before I sat down to do this reading, I was in the bathroom washing my hands after my client session, just to like remove energy. I do that as like a ritual. And I was rebandaging my finger because I cut it the other day in the shower by accident with a razor, and like a straight razor, not like a, anyway. Point being is that I looked at my cut and I was like, wow, my body's healing itself. That's so cool. It's just these little things that we take for granted. And then I was like, thank you, body, for doing that. Like, what a miracle. What an amazing being you are. And I gave myself a hug. And I said some words of love to myself and appreciation, and it felt like someone else doing that for me. It felt like it felt when I used to be in relationships and I would have, a partner do that for me. But before I felt like I needed it from them because I couldn't do it for myself. And now I've learned to do it completely and totally for myself, Does that mean that I don't want a relationship? No, I think it's healthy to have connections, but we have to have the foundation of self-connection first before we have healthy connections with others. Otherwise, we get into these karmic loops of, you know, bypassing the red flags and getting into idealization and accepting less than you deserve, and a lot of toxic, dramatic cycles, feeling as though you're not truly being loved or appreciated in the way that you need. It can feel very conditional, and very self-effacing. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that the payoff is you loving yourself and actually creating a healthy relationship with you, because that is going to create the security you've needed all the time. That's actually going to change your attachment style. And I can tell you from experience that it has for me. I started out as fearful avoidant attachment because of my childhood and my upbringing. And the various relationships I've been in were very much that type of dynamic. And now, through the work that I've been doing for myself, and I think you're doing the same thing here, group number 1, I have been able to actually shift myself about 70% into secure attachment. And the reason I know that is because there's a test on personal development school, and I did that test and I found, yeah, I've improved. I'm no longer like 100% fearful avoidant. I'm 70% secure. So yay, you can change your attachment style by your relationship with yourself. So prioritize that. This is the time for that right now. And that is paying off if you've already been doing it. So you're going to see really good things come from this in terms of your relationships with other people, and a reduction of drama in your life, more love overall, and acceptance, like the opposite of rejection. You're going to see acceptance. You're going to get green flags. You're going to feel secure. You're going to be able to build with someone who is secure as well when the time is right for that. But right now, it's just reflect, unlock those keys, break the cycles, do it for the right reasons, and exit the matrix of this karmic loop. Okay, group number 1, that is what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it was helpful and not too triggering. I'm sending you so much love and blessings to help you with this cycle and the ultimate payoff that you are going to be getting, which is really very, very valuable. It's priceless, is what Spirit just said. Yeah, it's priceless. Self-love is priceless. So value yourself as such. All right, guys, I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose self-elimination here with the 8 of flutes. And I feel like what's paying off right now is it feels kind of like you're packing things up and eliminating things from your life, or getting rid of things from your life that you don't need. So you could be like downsizing right now, or getting into minimalism, or just kind of looking at things in your life that you don't need anymore and freeing up space to be free in some way. Yeah, freeing up space to be free, quite literally. So it's like you're able to get out more. It's like you're packing up so that you can leave something. Let's see, how is this paying off, or what is paying off right now for group number 2? The King of Rings, the jeweler. Okay. I feel this one on top too. 10 of Roses, shoulder to cry on. Can you guys see that? Sorry. What is going on here, group number 2? I feel like, yeah, they did just give me the word displacement, or I just heard the word displacement. So it feels like you are intentionally displacing yourself. Maybe you're moving, or you're wanting to travel, or just kind of get out of somewhere that maybe once felt supportive, but it's not anymore. You could be leaving a relationship, or you may have left a relationship or a home. Yeah, something like that. That it's like you've left it, or you're leaving it, and as a result, you've got like more freedom, is kind of what it feels like. More freedom. What else is going on here? The Optimist, Page of Rings. Okay, so yeah, it's like you are going out into the great unknown. That's what Spirit just said. You're going out into the great unknown, and you are optimistic about that. You are freeing yourself. That's really what it feels like. You're taking any of the weights that were weighing you down, like I was saying before, like you're eliminating anything that was keeping you stuck or trapped, and you're really just letting yourself fly free in some way. I think that's the payoff, is that it's like you've brought that to your attention. You started making some changes. You started looking for some resolution. And as a result, you're blossoming and you're blooming. You're shining. You're going through a glow up, group number 2. I can really see that here. You're going through a glow up. You are attracting attention, but it's more so because it's like you're valuing yourself more, and you're more refined and honing into what you really value about the outside world as well. 8 of mirrors in your head. In your head. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're getting out of your head. Yeah, you're getting out of your head, and you're getting out of your comfort zone. If you felt trapped, if you felt limited, whether it was in your own mind, or emotionally, or like I said, in a relationship or in a home, or just there was like too much clutter in your mind or too much clutter in your life. You are downsizing, you're paring down, you're getting rid of. Maybe you're even doing like the Marie Kondo method, where it's like, does this spark joy? If not, you can let it go with gratitude. It's that kind of thing. It's like you're freeing up space for yourself to really rise, to expand, to blossom, to bloom, to shine. Yeah, I just see you radiating energy. That's the payoff here, is that you're really like the dedicated work that you've put in to clearing the clutter of the mind or the home or the body. It's really paying off. You may have changed your diet, and you're seeing a positive effect on your skin and your health and your healing. You may have changed how you process emotions, and now you're feeling like a lot more capacity to hold space for yourself. It feels like you can rely on yourself more. You're watering yourself and nurturing yourself, and then as a result, there's a lot of good things coming from that. The proposal, 10 of flutes. You have 2 10s here, so it does feel like and 2 8s as well. So yeah, you've really closed some cycles of feeling trapped and stuck, and instead you are committing to a life of, like, again, it's like sparkly. Look how sparkly all the sparkles in the picture. So it's like you're committing to a life that feels sparkly, rejuvenated, new, full. Yeah, it feels good. It feels really, really good. Oop, I feel this card too. The villain. No way. The devil. Yeah. I feel like you've redeemed yourself in some way, because when I saw this card, I thought of the show Once Upon a Time, which I'm currently watching right now. And the villains in that show there's like a lot of character development, and they learn a lot, they realize a lot, they learn to feel, and it's through love that they redeem themselves in some way. So it's like they commit to light, they commit to good, they commit to love, instead of their villainous ways, which were really coming from like their backstories of woundedness and rejection, or feeling not good enough, or etc. So I just feel like you've done a lot of work to overcome your inner villain or your inner self-sabotaging mechanisms. Like your saboteur doesn't hold power over you anymore, and neither do the things or the thoughts or the people that were reflective of that saboteur, or that were kind of like totems in real life of that saboteur within you. You've been able to overcome this in some way, and the payoff is freedom. It really is. It's freedom. Keep it chill. Keep it chill. I feel like you're a lot better able and well equipped to just relax now. And as you relax, like I said, it's like you take that stress away. You take those burdens off your shoulders. You rise because there's less weighing you down. So your vibration is increasing. Your timelines are shifting. Cycles of karma are being... they corrected me, have already been broken. That's the payoff, is you've broken these cycles, and now you're experiencing the result of that, which is you're shining, you're glowing, you're experiencing the love, you're free, you're free, you're free, you're free. Yeah, that card really wanted to come out. Knight of Rings, the late bloomer. Okay, and if you feel like this has taken a long time and you're not where you'd like to be in life, they want you to know that no, this is exactly as it's meant to be. And even if you are a late bloomer, it's important you recognize the importance of that. Like, what is the point of that? Well, it's unfolding in exactly the right time so that you can really take off, really take off. So again, I'm getting this energy of beauty, and I almost said Beauty and the Beast. That's like that Once Upon a Time reference as well. But specifically like the ugly duckling syndrome, maybe you felt like you went through a period of your life where you didn't appreciate how you looked, or other people maybe didn't see the beauty in you or something, or maybe you just felt like you didn't belong, you didn't really fit in. But it's through this freedom that you've created for yourself, it's through this detachment and really honing in on what you do value and why you value it, that I see this glow up happening. It's like you're valuing yourself, you're valuing that less is more, and you're really seeing, yeah, you're really seeing the beauty come to light. Seven of Roses, drama. You're taking off the masks. That's what they just showed me. Yeah, you're taking off the masks that you lived in for so long. Group number 2. I do feel this card as well. I wasn't going to get more, but Six of Flutes, butterflies. Why? I can't even hold it. Look at it. It just like keeps wanting to like fly out of my hand. But that's it. It's like you're flying free, group number 2. There's something about that I keep getting. It's like you are the butterfly and you've come out of the chrysalis, the chrysalis, and you are flying free. You're able to travel, you're able to move, it's like you're shining, you're glowing, you're beautiful. People are appreciating that beauty, and more importantly, you are appreciating that beauty and seeing the value in yourself at multiple levels. It feels very much like a glow up. Yeah, but it's not just like a physical glow up. It's like your entire sense of self has gone through a glow up, and the payoff is just that you're going to feel more free, feel more optimistic, more liberated, more positive, more relaxed, less confused about how to just be. It just feels like confidence, like you feel more confident, more self-esteem, you look better, you feel better. Anyone who casts judgment your way, it just rolls off you like water off a duck's back. You know, if like there's any villains in your life that are sending you negative vibes or evil eye or jealousy or envy or judgment or anything like that, it's duck off water's back. It's water off a duck's back, because you have risen above that point where it could have affected you. And you did that work yourself, group 2. Wow. Yeah, you really put in the work to refine yourself here. They keep showing me the diamonds in these 2 cards, and it's like you took that rough diamond and you formed it. You put in this effort and this skill and this attention to detail and focus to really bring out the best in yourself. Like carving the diamond into a perfect shape that allows the light to pass through it and create something of such beauty. And it's highly, highly valuable. Yeah, I just keep getting that. Like, you are so valuable, group number 2. And it's coming from within. It's like you've created that for yourself. Okay, I wasn't even going to get more cards, but I just like unconsciously started shuffling and pulling more, because it's like there's more messages. So, oops, upside down. You have the King of Flutes, the single dad. Interesting. You also have the Knight of Flutes, the hopeless romantic. Okay. Put these here. See the balloon rising in both of these. Yeah, both of these cards. You may have done some reparenting work for yourself, healing your inner child, increasing that self-worth, or maybe you have an improved relationship with a parent or with a child, so that there's more connection, and you really started to see the reflection of your beauty and of your value, of your worth, sort of being mirrored back to you from someone who really, really loves and appreciates you. Seven of Flutes, the edit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you've cut out so much from your life, things, people, thought patterns mostly, right? Like a lot of negative thought patterns. You're just like, I'm going to edit my life because I'm the creator of this story and I can go in and do that. You know, it's funny because I was actually thinking that the other day. I was like, you know, if I'm the main character in my story and I'm also the like producer, director, the actor, all of that, then I can go in and edit things like I do with videos. If I make a video and I say something that doesn't feel right, I will edit that out. Or if I make a mistake, I can edit that out. And it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I learned from it, but it doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be part of the story, especially if it doesn't add to it. So it's kind of, that's what I'm seeing here, is like you're editing your life and you're cutting out things that were weighing you down so that you can really be free. And you're rising because of it. And then, oh, you have that's a cute little mouse, but the card says Five of Mirrors, Tattletale. That's interesting. But what I'm actually getting from this card is more like the cuteness and appreciation instead of the judgment, instead of the negative energy that was maybe there before, or that you just perceived. Like, were you actually being judged, or was that just what your mind was telling you? Or maybe you were judged in the past and then you internalized that to such a degree that even when you weren't, you still thought or felt like you were. But I feel like the payoff here is that even if people still gossip or try to start drama, or, you know, they try to knock you off your game or whatever, it doesn't phase you like it did before. I just keep getting that message of like it rolls off your back. Because you are solid in yourself. You've individuated. You have a really strong, well-developed sense of your own core worth and value for yourself. So nobody can really take that from you now because it's an inside job. And anything that it disrupts that, you're like, well, I'll just edit it out. Yeah. I keep seeing you changing your wardrobe, maybe changing your makeup if you wear makeup. Yeah, it's like it's an external reflection of what's going on inside. That's the difference. It's not like you're changing yourself outside to feel better. It's the other way around. You feel better, you feel different, and so your outside is starting to reflect that. Although sometimes you can kind of fake it till you make it and change your outside to embody that identity within. Sometimes having an alter ego can actually help you to identify with an archetype that you want to embody. You know, like a superhero donning their cape and mask to really put them in the mindset of what that role entails and stepping into that embodied character. So take it as it resonates. But I'm seeing here that people who once brought you down are either not going to bring you down anymore because you don't let them, or you just don't even see people like that in your life anymore because you've edited your life. Oh my God, I'm having such a hard time with that. Edited your life to such a degree that you don't even attract people like that anymore. They're just not even on your vibrational wavelength. Nah, you're so much above that. Yeah. But okay. Let's get some oracle cards. Control and change with teeth. Yeah, I feel like this golden tooth here is like a wish that's being granted. You're granting yourself this wish. Again, the gold speaks of value. And you're controlling your environment, what's in it, how you feel about it, and who you let into it. And that's creating this positive change for you where there's a lot of value that's really paying off in how you look and feel and the type of opportunities that are available to you. Endings and beginnings with the wheel too. Yeah, it's like you're the captain of your own ship now. So you have the control to be able to change direction at any time, and that's what you're doing. I think that's also increasing your confidence and your sense of self because you feel more in control. You don't feel powerless like you did before when maybe you felt trapped in your own mind or you were afraid of rejection or like putting yourself out there or wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's kind of like now you're able to really just follow your heart is what I'm seeing. You're able to follow your heart, and you're doing it with this optimism that you've really created for yourself. Like that isn't built into the system. You chose the path of optimism. And it says hopeless romantic, but I like the term hopeful romantic instead. Hopeful romantic. That's the optimism of that Page of Rings. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I can see that. I can feel it. Group number 2. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Strength and resourceful, the Bear. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like you are discovering your strength, group 2. Like such a powerful time for you. You're discovering your strength. You're gaining control. You're directing your life. And if you felt like you got behind at any point, it's like you're catching up, and you're actually valuing all of the time that was in between then and now, because you are who you are because of everything that you've experienced. Yeah. Okay, now let's get some of these oracle cards. Wait. You know what that reminded me of? Have you guys ever seen those like when you're at a stoplight and you press the pedestrian walk signal and it says, wait, wait, wait. I don't know if anywhere else has that. We have sometimes we have those here in Canada. But that's what I heard when I said wait. It was like, wait. It's like, it's got to be safe to cross, you know? You don't want to walk out when the light is green because the cars are going, you know? And as a pedestrian, you'll get hit and you'll get hurt. So it's like you had to wait. That's why maybe you feel like a late bloomer, but it was actually for safety reasons, right? Like you had to wait because you weren't ready yet to cross that street. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Like you're finally crossing the road and getting to the other side because you did wait, whether you kind of liked it or not. I don't know, but you did either way. And now it's almost time that the light for the oncoming traffic is going to turn red, and you are going to get the walk signal, and you'll be able to go. Abundance. Yep. That's what I mean. Like the value that you are embodying is going to shower into your life in forms of abundance that you never dreamed of. That's what they just told me. Wow. Group number 2. So this payoff is going to be big. Yeah, this payoff is going to be big, and you're going to be able to move forward. On the bottom of the deck, I did just look at it, which I don't always do, but it says take action. So I just get this feeling that you've waited, and you're going to get that walk signal, and then boom, it's like you're getting to a whole nother life. You're creating a whole nother life because of the strength and resourcefulness you've had to overcome these patterns that were keeping you stuck in your own head, or keeping you trapped in low self-worth, or even trapped physically. Things that were really just kind of blocking you in life. I feel like you're taking control and you're changing them. And that is where you're going to see all of this payoff. Yeah. And it's happening right now, but I see that the walk signal is going to happen very soon. So that's going to be different for each one of you. So I'm not even going to attempt to get timing. But you just play it by ear, you know, feel it. And when you feel that it's time to go, like the butterfly feels and knows instinctually that it's time to come out of the cocoon, you will just do it. Like you don't need to know when, you will know when because you're doing it. You'll be like, oh, I'm doing it. I guess it's time. Yeah, exactly. And in the meantime, enjoy yourself. Relax, feel into the beauty and the bounty within you, and yeah, have fun, because I feel like your life is about to really take off in a beautiful way, and you're really going to see and love all of the growth that is happening. Okay, so I'm sending you so much love, group number 2. I hope this reading was supportive of you on this path to this expansion that you're clearly in the midst of. Yeah, so keep editing your life and refining and honing that diamond that you are. Know your worth and tarry forth. What is that? Tally forth. Okay, anyway. Yeah, let's call it a day. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose group date, the 3 of rings here. I love all of these dogs with the bone there. So I feel like what is paying off for you right now is that you're actually going to get the bone. You know, it's like a dog with a bone. You're going to get it and you're really going to get to enjoy it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And if you've been competing with other people for this bone, whatever it happens to be, I feel like you're going to be the one who gets it and you're going to get the time to enjoy it, or you're going to be able to, yeah, you're having a good time with it. Let's get some more information. What is paying off for you right now, group 3? Queen of Mirrors, the bitch. Okay, so I feel like you're just going to be walking tall. Other people might see you or classify you as a bitch, male or female. Oh, you know what's interesting? The dog's here, and bitch is a female dog. That's very interesting. Something about dogs. Loyalty speaks to me. Like, dogs are very loyal, but they're also pack animals. And even the shoes she's wearing are very, like, animalistic. You know, she's got, like, leopard print heels on or something like that. Red bottoms, too. So, you know, it feels like people might see you as a bitch because you're going after what you want and you're getting it, even if you're in competition with others, but you're not. You're just really, like, you know what you want, basically, is what I'm seeing. You know what you want, and you're not going to take no for an answer, or you're going to get it. You know, it's not like ruthless. It's just ambitious or driven. That's more like what I'm seeing here and feeling, and it just feels like you're in your power. And you know what you deserve, and you're going after it, and you are fully able to enjoy that. Very interesting. Interesting. I feel like you're going to have, like, some financial payoff here. What is this? The meathead, Knight of Mirrors. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, I feel like people who are less evolved than you might judge you, and, like, they might see you this way as a bitch, or as, like, what's the equivalent of bitch for men? I don't even know. An asshole, I guess. Yeah. But those people really, they're not seeing the full picture. They're coming from this immature mindset of, like, feeling less than. Like, it's basically what I'm feeling is, like, people might feel threatened by you, group number 3, because you're driven, because you know what you want, because you go after it, and because you value yourself. So people who don't value themselves, or haven't met themselves as deeply as you have, or cultivated that courage to go after what they want and speak up for themselves, it's like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. You're the one saying, you're voicing what you need, you're setting boundaries, you're saying no, you're being very direct. And I can see that people who are less direct and less capable of doing that are either threatened by you or jealous of you, etc. But I see this not phasing you at all. It's like you're like, no, I don't care what you think of me, and I'm not here to take anything from you. I'm not, like, it's not malicious at all. It's just, you know what you deserve, and you're gonna go after it. 10 of Mirrors, rejected. So if you got rejected for things in the past, like if you put in a request at work and then got turned down, I feel like this confidence that you're experiencing now is going to get you what you wanted. So let's say before you were like, hey, look, can I have a pay raise? Or, like, applying for a job and then not getting it. You're like getting into this energy of, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to stop people pleasing, and instead I'm just going to stand in my confident, authentic self and do what feels right for me. And I'm going to advocate for myself, and I'm going to put myself forward for these things, or I'm going to yeah, just like I feel you're very goal oriented. So I feel like now you're getting satisfaction, and this might make other people, like I said, it may make them feel like you're getting something they don't have. And I feel a lot of projection. That's what it is. It's just projection from other people because you're stepping into success and not taking crap anymore. And I want to say, good for you, group 3, because seriously, you never deserved the crap in the first place. And you're not doing this with intention to harm anyone. You're doing it the right way by being in your own integrity, even though to others it might feel harsh, or blunt, or selfish. But no, it's not. It's really not. You're just in your zone. You know, you're staying in your own lane. But you're like, I'm gonna go faster. So if there's other people in that lane, even though it's your lane, you're gonna pass them. You know what I mean? I think people don't like that, but it's fine because you're doing you. Sent home. You know, I feel like the people who were maybe holding you back this is why they feel this way, is because you're not taking it anymore. Yeah, it's like you're not taking anybody's crap anymore. And so they might feel rejected by you, or they might feel like you think you're all that, but really you're just being like, no, I tolerated this for way too long. I did not deserve this, and I'm not going to put up with it anymore. So it's like a big change of pace because you're finally setting boundaries. And the payoff is that you actually get to live the life that is aligned with you. You actually get the things that you want. And I see you bossing up. Like I see you really taking a stand for what you want and getting it. So you're going after things and you're actually seeing the outcome of that provide return. So don't let any of these other things or people make you feel like what you're doing is wrong. Obviously, stay within your integrity and have compassion and make sure that your intentions are aligned and empowering. But like, don't sacrifice your own needs for the comfort of other people. Like, don't comfort someone else's ego and sacrifice what you actually need. Hometowns. Interesting. So you've sent home and hometowns. So I feel like you're actually going to be, you know what? You know what it feels like? It feels like, you know, like when a celebrity becomes very successful and then they return home for the first, like they move away, they become successful, and then they come back and they're like a completely different person. And everyone in that hometown is kind of like, I think it's like 50-50. Like 50% of people are super proud of that person and feel privileged just to be, you know, associated with them or have them come from their town. And then others feel like, oh, well, they made it and I didn't, so that means I'm crap. And then they project that out and think, you know, oh, well, that person's a bitch, or oh, that person's spoiled, or oh, that person is not good. You know, they project their own wounds onto you. So I'm seeing that it's like you're going through this massive rise to power and you're getting very successful in something. It could be career, it could be, yeah, financially. It feels like you're financially or professionally leveling up, and people around you who are stuck at the same kind of point in their lives feel really, you know, put out by that. But that has nothing to do with them, right? It's your life. You're just living it. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be like a return home to something, and you're going to see like how much you've grown, because by comparison, you're like, wow, yeah, no, I don't belong in this little pot anymore. You know, you've outgrown the pot and you're able to expand into a larger pot, or you already have. Yeah, interesting. The contestant, yeah, it's like you put yourself up for something, you know, it's like you put yourself into the running. And not only that, but you actually like win. Whatever this is, whatever it is in this metaphor that you've put yourself up for, maybe you put yourself up for the position at work and you actually get it because you're confident and you're showing that, and you're more direct. You've got that leadership quality to you now, and people see that, they feel that, they sense it. Some people feel threatened by it, like I said, but others, they really value that and appreciate it. And then you can't win the contest if you don't enter it. You know what I mean? So if this is at work or it's something else, I don't know, it could be anything, but it's like you have to put yourself up for these things that you want to even have a chance at success. And that's the thing, is like these other people don't put themselves up for these things. And then they get butthurt when you succeed at it because you actually tried, like you actually did something. And they didn't, and they feel crappy about themselves because of that. But that's, again, it's not on you. It's not your responsibility. ITM. I don't know what this card means. ITM. If you guys know what ITM means, can you put that in the comments? Because I don't know. And this card has come out before in another reading, and I was like, I don't know what that means. And I forgot about it, and now here it is again. But yeah, it just feels like, you know, I can't remember what the acronym that Spirit gave me for ITM was last time, but this time they're giving me I trust me. I feel like you trust yourself. I feel like you trust yourself, group 3, because you've stepped up. You're stepping into power. You've empowered yourself. And as a result, you are really seeing the benefits of that. And so don't let anyone take that away from you, because you are a dog with a bone, and that's what's working, and it's paying off. Quality time, 6 of Rings. I feel like you're going to be spoiling yourself. I don't know why that's the message I'm getting from quality time, but it feels like you're giving yourself more than you've ever given yourself in the past. Maybe you're buying yourself something expensive like Louboutins because you finally can, and it's like a symbol of the strength and the courage and the power that it took to get to this level of success, to put yourself into the, you know, to put yourself outside of your comfort zone so that you could grow. Or maybe you're spending time with yourself in a way that feels very lavish and expensive. It doesn't have to be, but it's like you're really lavishing yourself with attention and time and energy and focus and things. And I really feel like, again, this is helping you to feel whole within yourself, because it's like you trust yourself. You have this very healthy relationship with you. You're very grounded, very stable in yourself, and your self-confidence is just like off the charts. Amazing. The intellectual. I feel like you're the total package, group number 3. Like, you're very intelligent. You're beautiful if you identify as female. You're handsome if you identify as masculine. You're strong, both, you know, mentally, emotionally, and maybe even physically. I feel like you're that total package. And again, I just keep getting this feeling that other people are threatened by that, but it's not your problem. Being your authentic self is just who you are. Don't dim your light to make other people feel better about themselves. Like, be your best self and let that challenge others to be themselves, the best version of themselves too. Or inspire others through what you are embodying. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Ocean, distance and journey. You know, it's interesting because you have sent home and then hometowns. And I was kind of getting this idea of like expanding out and then kind of returning back. So I feel like you've gone a great distance, or the payoff here is that you're going to be going a great distance, going on this journey. You could be traveling for work, or just because you can, maybe. Yeah, because you have the time, because you're successful enough to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's the payoff. Yeah, I feel like you're a problem solver too. I don't know. Sorry, they just drew me back over here. The intellectual and sent home. It's like he feels stressed out, but you've got the tools to be able to solve complex problems for yourself and others. And I feel like that's what makes you and your knowledge and skill very, very valuable. So I feel like a lot of people come to you to help them in some way. what do you do for work, group number 3? Because I feel like this is a very career-focused reading, but the career is kind of like the external aspect of it. Really, the core of it is your self-confidence. Yeah. I knew money was a factor here. Luck, money, and coins. Yeah, so the payoff is actually going to be like straight up pay. You're going to get a bigger pay. You're going to get an increased salary. You're going to get a lump sum of money. Maybe you get signed, or you get a contract, or maybe you're winning something because you're the contestant. You put yourself forward for it. You know, I feel like you're going to be very successful financially. I was getting that from the dog with the bone. You know, that's like money for dogs, right? They want that bone. They want that food. It's what you value, you know? You're getting a lot of what you value. And I do see that financial value is a big part of that, because it gives you the freedom to be able to travel. It gives you the freedom to be able to spend time with yourself. And it gives you the resources to give yourself those symbolic things that represent your worth. You know, buying yourself a really expensive pair of shoes that are going to last you your entire life, that are never going to go out of style. They are more than just shoes. They are symbolic. They're a representation of your growth and your success and your value. And they don't have to be shoes. It could be like a watch. It could be a car. It's like you're not doing it from ego to try and prove anything, or to try and, like, you know, what's the word when you're like trying to like impress people with your swag? Yeah, it's not about that. It's like a very metaphorical type of thing where it's very symbolic. Yeah, that's very symbolic. Anyway, cunning stealth with the wolf. Ooh, yeah, you're kind of a lone wolf, group number 3. I feel like maybe sometimes you do feel rejected by other people because you're different, but you're different because you're just meant to be powerful. You're meant to be like a big person or personality or whatever, you know? So you're meant to live like this big life in this lifetime. That's what your soul signed up for. And each soul is at a different point in their incarnational cycles. Not everyone is at the same point, because then that would kind of defeat the purpose of our collective interactions. So I feel like, yeah, I just feel like you're very cunning, you're very intelligent, you are a lone wolf, but that's what works for you. That's what has led you to success. And you're capable of working with others, but only if they're on the same page as you. You know, it's like you're not going to take crap from people who are below you, because that just doesn't serve you. Recovery. Ooh. You recovered your strength. Like, I can see at some point in your life you felt as though you were too much. And maybe you even felt a sense of self-defeat because you didn't believe in yourself. But something changed. What changed, group number 3? Something changed. And you were like, screw it. I'm going to go after what I want because I deserve it. And that was part of the recovery. And this is the payoff, is that you're successful, you're financially wealthy, you're very good at what you do. You love yourself very deeply and appreciate your time and energy. And that is like a very highly valued resource. Like, you might be making more per hour, or like your net worth is just increasing because your time and energy are highly valued. Yeah, highly valued by yourself and others for what you can do. So yeah, this recovery was really like what laid the foundation for you to be able to become this version of you. Wow, okay. In the near future. So if this hasn't happened yet, Spirit is saying this is coming in the near future. If you're still in the recovery phase now, this is where it's leading. Yeah, this is where it's leading. You're going to be bossing up, group number 3. And there's going to be a lot of luck when it comes to money, but it's not really luck. It's because you put yourself in the position to receive it and you felt worthy of that. So you are outgrowing certain things, and your mindset is changing, your approach to life is changing, and your actions as a result are much more coming from this place of confidence and personal power. Really cool. So yeah, basically that's what I see, that the payoff here for you, group 3, is that you're finally getting what you wanted because you're going after it. Because you have the confidence and the bravery to just go for it, to put yourself out of your comfort zone, and then you see the rewards of that coming in. So use all of your skills and wits and talents and cunning and your independence to really help to get you where you want to go. Because I can see that is literally in the cards here. If you're not there already, this is going to be the payoff, and it's in the near future. All right, so that is what I see for you, group 3. I hope this reading helped and was supportive for you on this big glow up, boss up journey that you're on. Lots of luck and money. So many blessings to you. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.